What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. This one is a Mother's Day special, guys. This is going to be talking about something that we all have to deal with, and that is dealing with anxiety. Yes, this is a special session to talk about tips that I listened to on, once again, Oprah's podcast. She had a life coach that is very well known by the name of Mel Robbins, and she gave some powerful tips to help us out with anxiety. So come listen to me for a bit. This is going to be somewhat of a long session, but it's going to be very informative because I feel like as being a mom, as being a parent, as you being a mom or a parent, or that's male or female, I mean, everybody's included. Being a caregiver, being a wife, being a husband, it can cause or bring you into some anxiety. Just waking up every day is anxiety, you know? It just depends on what's going on in your life. And there are some powerful tools that you can use to help you out a bit. So first of all, follow Mel Robbins. She has a podcast that's on XM. If she's not on, or if you don't have XM, try to follow her on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and also maybe look her up for Spotify, because Spotify offers free podcasts that you can follow on there, and it's of course a free app. So the question that she started out with is, what is the true meaning of anxiety? What do you think it is? Think about that for a bit. Anxiety is just an alarm system. So don't confuse that with with you being a busy person or having a lot going on. Understand the difference. Because an alarm system and just a person that has a lot going on is two different things, but the feelings can feel the same. It can make you feel anxious, but it's not the same thing. So understand the difference between those two, and then you'll be able to navigate how to deal with that specific issue. Because another key factor that she used is, do not define yourself as having anxiety. Don't do that. Don't say that I have anxiety. Take that completely out of your vocabulary. And I'll give you some tips on what she said specifically to say to yourself instead of saying, I have anxiety, because you don't want to ever define yourself with a specific issue. You want to know what's happening and learn how to deal with it, but without being defined by it. Okay, so never say you have anxiety. Say you feel anxious or alarmed because of this, and give that reason, plant that reason in your mind. But don't ever define yourself totally that I have anxiety, because that's putting you in a box to say that you have it. And then when it actually happens, oh, I'm having anxiety. Don't do that. So I get it. It's a mental thing there. All it is uncertainty of something. So whatever that something is, that's the reason that you feel the way that you feel. Okay. Anxiety is separation of power and source. Don't define yourself by the word. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. Learn to turn it off and regain control by taking deep 4 to 5 seconds in, breathe in, and then 5 seconds out. The main part, she said, is to make sure when you breathe in, blow it all out for 5 seconds. That's the blowout is important, more important than the breathe in. but you want to get in 4 to 5 seconds in and at least 5 seconds out. And then she said, when you're doing that, she said, put your hand into your chest. This is a good one. She said, tell yourself, I am okay, I am safe, I am loved, and I am capable. This is excellent to make yourself feel more in control when you're getting ready to do presentations at work or anything. When that feeling starts to come about, do that to yourself. Say something of positivity to let you know I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Just keep saying that to yourself. Also, she said, and another thing she said is say to yourself, I am excited about this presentation before each stressful moment. I'm excited about it. It just turns on that happy endorphin and it gives you that, to want to do it, right? So she said, I'm excited about this situation. And doing this will set yourself free and you regain your power back to take control over the situation versus the situation taking control over you. Separate yourself. And she said, stop thinking up here and think down here at the heart level and below. Because we think too much up here, the mind takes over, but we should be using our bottom part of our body versus our head to take in what we're going through. Take the head out. Think down here, not up here. I love that. Like, because our brain takes us on these rides sometimes, and learning how to get that control is super important in a lot of things that we do, and it'll make us feel a lot better about what we're doing. And then it says, she says, connect more to yourself by staying off of your phone. Ooh, that's a big one. Go outside and connect yourself with things outside. Listen to nature. It's super helpful. And she said, doing this, you're connected with yourself. So what she's trying to do is keep us from being away, disconnected from ourselves and connected to what's around us, which is more powerful and more in control. The more that we're on our phones, the more that we're consumed in situations, we're not connected to ourselves. We're disconnected. And her conversation was so powerful. It was actually saying, this is a way to get back to where you need to be so you can think critically about what you're doing and gain self-control. I loved it. It was just amazing. Like, the entire podcast was amazing. And then she said, you're disconnected from yourself and connected to the distractions. That's the phone. That's social media. That's all of the junk that they show on there. And she said, you get on social media, you're basically looking for a hit in your brain that says, oh, that's something that looks interesting. And all the internet is doing is, and she goes, all the internet is doing is making money by putting scary tactics out there on the internet, because the more that you're on the internet, they're making money and you're clicking, and that's making them even more money. And then it collects all these analogies of what does Veronica like to click on, or what does Paula like to click on, or what does Fred like to click on. And it just builds it up. And so every time when you go on there, you see some of the same headlines repeatedly. That's why you're seeing this stuff, because it's a clickbait tactic to make you click on it, to make you basically indulge in whatever it is and read whatever junk they got out there. And it increases your anxiety. All the news and stuff, it's anxiety based. And it really does hurt you mentally, because every time you see it, you get frantic. You know, all of the stuff that's going on in the news, I won't say anything specific, but there's a lot going on that I really don't want to pay attention to right now, because I don't want my anxiety to just go through the roof. But anyway, so anxiety is linked to those things as your mind is looking for fulfillment on finding random stuff on the internet. Clickbait is a tool to make you click on it. Another big thing that she mentioned in her conversation is do not sleep with your phone. If you're sleeping with your phone, stop doing that. She said when you get ready to go to bed, plug your phone up in a separate room, like close to you, like your bathroom. You don't have to put it in the kitchen unless you just want to, but the bathroom is sufficient enough. But do not sleep with your phone. Stop sleeping with your phone. When you wake up in the morning, the phone should not be the first thing that you pick up, because in the mornings is when your anxiety is the highest. So you want to be able to think positively when you wake up, because that's when your anxiety is up, because it's ready for the day, thinking about all the stuff that you have to do. So do not pick up your phone when you wake up early in the morning. If anything, you pick it up after you get up. Don't lay in the bed and pick up your phone. Don't do that. Get up. She said there's a 5-second rule. When you wake up, give yourself 5 seconds to get out of that bed. Get out of the bed quickly and get moving before any of the anxiety gets to thinking and all that stuff. Wake up, get out of the bed. And if you grab your phone, turn it on some meditation. 5-second rule, you're up. Grab your phone if you want to do that, but get up first. Don't lay there. And turn your phone on some meditation music in the morning. Do that. But don't look at the news, social media, none of that, none of the notifications. Don't do it. Turn the notifications off. This is my own words. Turn those notifications off. If those notifications are making you mad and causing you anxiety, turn them off. Turn them off. That's what I would do. And that's what I'm going to start doing after listening to this show, because now I know that it's driving my anxiety specifically in the morning, because everything that she said about that phone, I was doing. And I'm going to stop doing that. I want to take control and have be connected to myself and not connected to the world and have my mind all over the place. I don't want to do that. Okay, so that's that part. And then taking control of yourself is done by getting out of your head and going to the body. Get out of your head and start from down here to the body. That's what it's all about. And then when you wake up, get up in 5 seconds. I said that. And then she also said when anxiety comes, do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule. It's a 5-second rule. And then let's go in the morning when you feel it coming on. Anytime you feel the anxiety, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got this. I am loved. I am capable. And do your spiel and go from there. That, my friends, will get you where you need to be. But it takes work. It takes work. Don't try to do everything on my list, but pick away at it until you get to a point of feeling relaxed and feeling in control. Anxiety can be stopped, or at least at ease, because it's not going to be a perfect day every day, and that's okay. But you have the power, you have the control to slow it down, and you can do this, because I'm working on it right now. I'm going to stop sleeping with the phone, because I do that, because I'm so in tune with trying to check my messages and make sure my kids are okay. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to check my phone, but I'm not going to do it in the bed while I'm still laying down. I'm going to get up within 5 seconds. As soon as I open my eyes, the alarm goes off from a distance, not in the bed with my butt up, and get going go ahead and get myself together, put my makeup on, get all glammed up, and whatever it is that you do, do it. But do not include the phone with it. If I'm going to have the phone, I'm going to have it when I get all the way up within 5 seconds. Grab the phone, turn on meditation, something positive that can relax and massage my mind. And there's plenty of meditation type music on these different apps. I have Pandora, I have Spotify, I have YouTube that I can pull up anything that I want. I even have apps, but those I only use for at nighttime. But in the mornings, if I want something consistent and long, those are the go-tos apps: YouTube, Spotify, and Pandora. They have them, guys. It helps. They even have a freaking meditation radio for dogs that sounds excellent for human beings. I've been listening to that. I'm not a dog, but they sound really, really relaxing. And it's just like this, just like a soft little instrument playing. I don't know what type it is, and it just puts you on this in this real chill mode. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. So I hope this segment helped you, and I hope these tips will be used by you, and that you found some relief in knowing that you have control over your anxiety. All right. So I will link Oprah's podcast into the bio of the or description of this video, and I want you to take a look and get your notes together and collect some things that you could do. But I summed it up to what I thought was important, and we will talk again soon. Talk to you later. Bye.